I think it should have been. It shouldn't have had to try and explain stuff. I feel like that was part of the thing. It needed more games to explain what it was trying to explain. I feel. How are we on sound? Does it need to go down, guys? Or does it need to go up? Also, Summer, if you're here, can you change the game to Nintendo Land? Wait, what? How? Oh, for 101. The sound needs to go nowhere. It was very funny. I was just not expecting them to break the sad music with blare, brr, brr. At last, music. Okay, I don't know what any of this means. Well, I can't do these two, so I guess it's assault mission. I guess we'll try this. Tell Discord we're doing, tell Discord we're doing Metroid other game. Nintendo Land. Metroid other N. Attack, zoom, strafe, climb, dive, turn. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you've watched. I mean, I know I don't know if you've watched Pokemon Forever, but you should watch that because the movie's not that good, but it's very entertaining. It's a similar thing. I know you've watched some of the anime, but I don't know like what movies you've watched. Okay. Are you not gonna talk, Monita? Metroid Blast caters to the taste of expert players more than any other attraction. You'll be thrown into the battle as bounty hunter Samus Aran. But before that, you're gonna need some training. The movie's very, like, nothing, honestly. There's not much that happens in the movie, I feel like, as far as plot. It's just mostly Sully being cute, which is fine. But the game itself is like, eh. But, like, it's very funny at parts because of stuff like, just weird, weird moments. Okay. This is actually pretty intricate. I want to read the chat real quick here. Even with the connection the game has with it, it doesn't really impact much for me. Well, I think what Q is saying is when they were developing it, they could have, like... I do think... Well, okay, no, with that specific line about Fusion, I think a little bit, like, to me, it doesn't really impact Fusion, but, like, I feel like both games suffer in that, like, it, like, Nightmare's in it. It's like... Okay, but that kind of, like, weakens its inclusion in Fusion from a story standpoint. It doesn't really affect Fusion, I feel like, too bad, but it does, like, it is kind of like, you know, the coolness of Nightmare to me does get, at least him specifically, does get lessened a little bit, because it's like, Well, okay, Samus just apparently met him before, so. Thanks, Summer. No, that's just the training, I assume. Also, welcome. I don't know if you've been here the whole time, Slim, but welcome back for talking. I hope you, if you were here, I hope you enjoyed that. Phantoon does make 0 sense showing up, but to be fair, like, everyone in Super Metroid shows, a lot of people from Super Metroid show up for whatever reason. What am I actually doing? Okay, but why are they all on the ground if this is an air mission? Also, the camera's like showing you guys, like looking up at the screen a bit. It's like a dynamic version of the camera, it looks like. Yeah, I assume, like, because you can play this multiplayer, so some people will be on the ground and other people will be in the air. I feel like this will definitely be better with multiple people, honestly. What haven't I done in Nintendo Land? Like, what's left after this? It's the Game & Watch Dance one, right? And Pikmin, I guess? I just figured this was thematically it made sense to do this, honestly. Oh, my missiles can hurt myself, okay. I should try the ground wave, too. So yeah, it's definitely similar to Zelda in that, like, they're built the same. Come on. And I can get that slam. I mean, for me, it doesn't matter that much because I'm not super attached to Metroid in general. So, like, thinking back to Fusion, I'm like, I don't feel like it really affects my perception of Fusion that much. I think from a story standpoint, I can see, though, why, like to me, I could see it kind of affecting, again, some of the impact of, like, things not lining up as well with Nightmare, but, you know, I don't think it's like, well, now Fusion is bad or anything like that. Not that I think Q is saying that either, but... I mean, it is basically a prequel, though. It's weird. It's a prequel to Fusion, but it's a sequel to Super Metroid. But honestly, it's more a prequel to Fusion than it is a sequel to Super Metroid, honestly. I think it might be the same sound effect, Nom. I'm not sure. I mean, to be fair, the Atom in Fusion isn't even the same Atom, right? Like, it's not... it's a robot version of him. It's a separate entity technically. And to be fair, like everyone says Adam is a dick and all that stuff. And like I'm not saying
Press the B button to fire your beam.
Adam is like great.
Press the roll the A button, then move the pointer to
But
the
I think he's
ground.
more just poorly written than he's like a like I don't hate Adam. Like after playing that, I don't like hate him in the same way that other people do. Because he's just too silly and just like barely written to really have any effect on me as a character. You know what I mean? Like I can't be like, oh my god, Adam's a dick because like I don't feel like it's his fault. It's the writing's fault. You know what I mean? Like there's a big disconnect.
Targets are easier to track if you press and hold the A button while you lead.
Okay, I'm mixing it up. B is shoot, A is track.
Press and hold the B button to charge up a bomb. Shake the Wii remote to perform a quick dodge. Learning to hold the A button while moving and aiming is the key to improving your battle skills.
Like everyone's like, Adam didn't care about you and he did all this stuff, and I'm like, like a lot of that is, and it's the gameplay disconnect from the game itself. But like a lot of that, like I can't blame on Adam as a character. Like the actual things Adam says, like he seems fine when he does actually talk.
Now it's time for the main
It's the
event.
problem is like the game doesn't really develop him as a character enough for me to really care either way on that. You know what I mean? And I feel like people, and rightfully, understandably so, people take the fact that his actions in the game paint him as a dick, but that's not really his fault. That's the bigger problem is that there's just such a disconnect between the gameplay and the story, and that's not really. I think the A and B buttons on this should have been reversed. Maybe it's just because I was playing Metroid Other M, and that's throwing me off, but I think that's definitely part of it for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, but again, even with Fusion, like it's not like Metroid has a big story either. Like it's not like a case of like I'm trying to think of a game that has a really good story that like a game would ruin it. You know what I mean? Like because like even if you were to argue that Fusion is ruined by Metroid Other M existing, right? Even if you were to argue that on a fundamental level, even if that was true, it's not like it matters that much when you get to the fact that when you consider the fact that it's not like Metroid has that much of a story as it is, right? So it's like it doesn't really ruin that. Like it ruins it on a fundamental level, maybe, but like when the grand scheme of playing it, like it's mostly A, ignorable, and B, not really that big a deal. I feel when you get down to it, you know what I mean? If that makes sense, compared to other games. Like, I feel like you could say that, yes, like, technically, like, you could make the argument that it does lessen Fusion's impact, but, like, in a practical sense of your perception, I feel like most people aren't gonna really, it's not gonna really bother them that much, because you can pretty much just ignore Other M. I feel like it's a similar thing to, okay, when you get to, like, fan fiction, right? Like, you know, like, I like fan fiction, right? And it seems like people who write fan fiction in general have this weird thing about wanting their fanfic to match up with the canon of the story 100%, right? Of what the actual source material is. And my opinion is when it comes to stuff like that, if there's something, this isn't exactly the same thing, but I'm trying to get to my point. When you have something where you're that you don't agree with, that doesn't work for your story, right? You could just take it out of canon, not worry about needing to include it. Like, there's a lot of stories that I've read for fan fiction that tend to, like, want to add stuff in that doesn't need to be added, if that makes sense. Like, they will be like, oh, well, this thing was, as the show was being developed and more episodes were coming out, people were like, you know, oh, here comes this new episode that adds this new element or this new character, and they'll add it into their story to like make sure it still matches with the canon. And I'm like even in cases where it's like an alternate universe story, right? They'll still have to feel the need to like have to change things to match the canon. And I think like that's something that you like when it comes to like something with Metroid Other M, right? Like for me, you can kind of just ignore it. You know what I mean? Like yes, technically it's canon, but like for all intents and purposes, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. It's like when it comes to the Zelda timeline, right? I think the Zelda timeline 100% exists. They definitely had considerations for it in the games. Does it match 100%? No. But the Zelda timeline actually does exist, but it doesn't really impact your perception of the games at all just because it exists. So it's kind of silly to be like, well, the Zelda timeline is not real. It's like, well, no, it is, but also it doesn't really matter either. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a fun little thing, but you can just ignore it because it's only there for like to be like, yeah, there is a connection, but it doesn't really actually add much in terms of when you're actually playing the game. The timeline doesn't add much on the level of actually playing the game, if that makes sense. Can I actually... Okay, I can't get up there from there. What is this a remix of? This song right now. Okay, it's got a bit of the Metroid theme in it. Can I even... Oh, I can get up there from here, right. I hope what I'm saying makes sense, right? I'm trying to, like, take what Slim's saying and what Q's saying and trying to... Because, like, in my opinion, I think you're both right. But, like, I think it just depends on what... Like, because I know for Q's very into the Metroid series. Not that Slim isn't. But I know Q's very into the Metroid series. So I think, like, you know, certain people take things more... They matter more to them than others. And I think, like, I get why it would matter a lot to you, Q, like Other M, affecting your perception of things. Other things can affect your perception of stuff. But I think in the case of Other M, like, there's enough disconnect in the fact that the story of both Other M and Fusion are very simplistic that I don't think it's too big of a deal, you know? I don't know. I hope all of that makes sense. I'm just reading back real quick. Yeah, no, and I get that, yeah. That you can only judge what you've been given. I wouldn't think that it'd be a big issue. Different folks connect differently, and that's not a bad thing. You know, you always say that this isn't exactly the same, but I want to get to my point, and I feel like you always stray away from your point when you don't have something that's exactly the same. I mean... It's more so I'm using something else to make the point that I'm making that I'm not making on its own. Does that make any sense? Like, you get what I'm saying, right? It isn't exactly the same, but I think you can use the emotion from this one aspect and apply it to others in a different way, right? It's like... I don't know. Something. This board is cute. I don't mind the Metroid section. Yeah. Like, I'm of the opinion, like, I like alternate reality stuff a lot. I love seeing alternate takes to a story. Like, if people were to argue that, like, whether it's for, like, just because they thought Other M was bad or otherwise. Like, if they were to say Metroid Other M took place in a different continuity, I have no issue with that, because I just find that aspect interesting, honestly. I love alternate reality stories, because you can tell something similar without being tethered to the original plot line of something, I feel. It's a little hard to control, though, I will say. But I think that's just me not being used to it. Where is he? Is he following me the other direction? Or is he up above? Okay, there he is. This is honestly pretty cool. Yeah, this is Pointer. I don't think there is a gyro. No, there wasn't a gyro. Well, there was gyro for the aiming for the ship, but I find it fun challenge to integrate the new stuff in canon. If there's new stuff, than what I've already established in my own stuff. I can get that, yeah. I think some people take it too far, though, is the only issue. You know what I mean? Like they let it, like, act as a blockade more than a creative jumping point. Yeah. And it's like... But, like, I've definitely seen people also, like, when it comes to stories, right? And this is more what I was getting to, right? There's some stories I've had where people do an interpretation of a character. And if someone likes that character in canon, right? And they tend to let that aspect of the character from a different media... now, in this case, it's not exactly the same because it's not a direct story continuation. But, like, from the canon story of a show, like MLP... They let the aspect of... They let the fact that the character in that they like them affect the fact that in, like, say in a story, maybe the character isn't portrayed in a great light, or maybe specifically the character does some things that are flawed because they're a character. And there was one story I read that, like, the things that this character was doing were, like, not good, but people actually were, like, defending that character and not the other one because they had attachment to the character in canon. Even though it made total sense, honestly, why the character was looked down upon by other characters in this specific story. So I think that's the thing is, like, you know, it's harder when it comes to something like with Adam, you know, being the same character in a story with continuity. You know, I get that. But I do think there is definitely times where you don't want other elements to color a story that has, like, specific reasons, you know, for existing. Like, not you letting outside sources influence your opinion of something based on its own construction. Especially when you consider the fact that, while sure you can make the argument that Adam is worse to the series, it's not like Fusion. And I know you know, and I know you know this. It's more me just putting my words into, or my thoughts into words. But obviously Fusion was made before Other M. This would be where having the pilot. So I didn't realize this was even a mode, because I think there's a mode with, like, fighting Ridley and, like, a multiplayer battle thing more so than this. And I think that must be multiplayer only. I can't get to it. Get the heart. There we go. Yeah, they were. I mean, Nightmare 100% was just added for fan. Which, to be fair, he was cool. He was cool in the game. But from a story perspective, it is kind of like, well, let's just pretend this didn't. Wow, this is a lot. I don't know if I want to do all of these. There's a lot more left here. This isn't too bad, though. I think that kind of shows off enough of this, though. You know what? Because all we have left is Game & Watch. Let's do. Tell Pond. If he wants to see this, he better come now. Play as Olimar, play as Pikmin. What? Okay, well, let's play as Olimar first. Has 30 missions? Wow. That's quite a bit. I hope one day we can get star pieces. Why are we getting star pieces? Oh, because Star Wars. Okay, Star Wars. Okay. Alright, so I'll try this out. I don't even know if I can actually do Game & Watch because it's a rhythm game. Wow, I look ugly in that suit. Touch to attack, move, gather Pikmin. Okay. I've heard some people say this isn't good, and other people say it's really good. I had leave to make lunch, and Metroid becomes... To be fair, they're very similar, in that they're both series that have been forgotten by Nintendo at this point. And both have games with a 4 in them that have not come out yet. I enjoyed the Metroid one. It was fine. It wasn't anything amazing, but it was fine. It was fun. It'd probably be better with more people, but I enjoyed it. Fortunately, you have enlisted the aid of its curious inhabitants, the Pikmin. You must reach the evacuation area to be picked up by your ship. You play the role of brave Captain Olimar, Mega Freak. Because you're playing alone, I will provide a me to aid you. Give a warm welcome to your support me. The support me will move automatically and help you. So this might not be as good single player. Now then, allow me to explain the controls. Place the gamepad on a flat surface and hold it like this. Don't forget your... Well, I'm just going to hold it up. I'm not going to put on a flat surface. Use L to move. You can also use the touch screen. If you're left-handed, you can move with right instead. Oh, that's nice. I am not, but... Your Pikmin have appeared. They are strange creatures, but they will work hard for you. Tap the touchscreen to throw a Pikmin. This is just Pikmin. Try to defeat the native creatures. Well, it's Pikmin, except for you're just throwing them, not, like, commanding them, but... Have you played Pikmin, Sakani? You can also gather them by tapping the call icon or ZL, so... You don't just gather your Pikmin, you also call your support me. Oh, he's on my head. Learn to use his command to maximize your battle potency. This concludes the control segment of my tutorial. I hope it was exciting. Oh, you know, I bet Monita does talk, but because I have the sound turned down on the gamepad, that's why she's not talking.
Now let me introduce the evil overlord. Dark Monita.
Why?
Oh, yes. This will be quite amusing.
There is no evil overlord in
I am Dark Monita, the evil overlord.
Pikmin.
Don't expect me to just sit back and watch you escape.
So not much
Prepare
then.
yourself.
Pikmin has the best what of the series? So soundtrack? Probably. Pikmin 3's is fine. Pikmin 2's soundtrack is eh. Ironically though, I used it a lot in Name That Game Tune.
This is nectar. Collect as many blobs of nectar as possible to get stronger.
You didn't see the Dark Monita foreshadowing in Pikmin 2? No. This is a good remix. I think this would definitely be better with having more players with you, maybe. Because, like, this guy would be, like, he would be a good... Because you would have the, like, people being Pikmin. So I wonder if this wouldn't be better playing as the Pikmin. Because then you can just, like, attack as the Pikmin on your own, I assume. Dude, this remix is very good. So where are those question mark blocks, though, in Pikmin? It's more of a Mario thing, but...
Olimar's Pikmin have grown into Bud Pikmin. Olimar can now command...
It is definitely the most visually
Their attack power
appealing.
has also increased significantly.
But yeah, I think it definitely probably suffers more than any of the other ones. I mean, all of these... I think of the three that are, like, potentially could be considered, the three that could be considered, like, single-player but also have multiplayer aspects, I think the Zelda one works the best as single-player, though it's probably harder as single-player. The Metroid one probably next, and this one probably would be the best having more people, honestly. The music is very, like, this is a very good remix, though. Yeah, but like, yeah, some of the modes let you fight other players, yeah. I mean, the modes that because the only modes I had played before streaming some of this was, the multiplayer mode or the three multiplayer only modes. So a little bit of Animal Crossing, like one round of Luigi's Mansion and Mario Run, pretty much. Oh no, it's Dark Monita. I like how people make fun of Valve for not being able to count to 3, but apparently Nintendo can't count to 4, at least recently. I mean, yeah, I know there are games that have a 4 in the title for Nintendo, but... Oh, he ate me! He made me poo!
Pikmin is off.
Stop eating me. There we go. Death Ball is the best. The toy aspect about a lot of the areas, yeah, it's very cute. Yeah, you just, like, there's no real death in this game because, like, it's just a theme park, and they're all, like, robots. Let's try one with being the Pikmin. Yeah, Mario Run is very toy-like as well, and Animal Crossing. Metroid Prime 4 needs the Prime 2 multiplayer. I mean, Metroid Prime Hunters multiplayer was very good, honestly. What?
You play the role of a Pikmin. Because you're playing alone, I will provide a me to aid you.
Hey, look, it's Brock.
Give a warm welcome to your support me. The support me will move automatically and help you. Now then, allow me to explain the controls.
Why am I blue, though? What if I want to be, like, red, or yellow, or
Move with the plus control
purple?
pad. Attack with the 1 button.
Oh, it's not pointer. Okay, that makes more sense. I'm like...
Jump with the 2 button. You can jump on top of enemies. Try to defeat these native creatures. Olimar can whistle to gather all of the Pikmin. When he does this, you will be called back to him no matter what you're doing. But if you want to get down, feel free to press the 2 button.
It's so kind of sad because this game like Nintendo Land has so much asynchronous multiplayer, and it's such a great idea that just no other game really did besides Rayman Legends.
Of my tutorial. I hope it was exciting.
That makes sense, yeah. Isn't Death Ball in Metroid Prime Federation Force, though?
This is a bomb. It will explode if you pick it up and throw it. If you want to try picking it up,
I'm not a yellow Pikmin,
though.
You're breaking the conventions. I'm not a yellow Pikmin. I'm breaking the rules. Is there a secret over here? I just missed that? I guess I just missed that. You know, I agree with Pond. This is definitely the best looking Pikmin game. Or Pikmin game. It's definitely the best looking, because this other one was fine. It had like the stuffed moblins and stuff, but... And this is only level, like, 1 and 2. I like that the flower plots have eyes. It's weird. It's kind of like... This is very much like, let's combine Mario with Pikmin a little bit. Because it's kind of got like this weird Mario style to it.
Pikmin's up to equip your Pikmin with a thunderous attack.
This didn't happen in Pikmin.
Protection that will block one enemy attack.
Pikmin never had hammers.
Malimar.
This is not canon!
Pikmin has grown into a bug Pikmin. Its attack power has increased, and it has learned a new combo attack.
What is it, a fighting game? Yeah, no, like, I think asynchronous multiplayer is such a cool concept, and it makes games way more interesting, I feel, but it just... And, like, I guess you can do it with other games, like, just giving people, like, I mean... And to some extent, you know what's an asynchronous multiplayer game? Among Us. Like, it is. It's just not with controls, but... And people love it. People do like asynchronous multiplayer games. They just... You know, it's just unfortunate, I guess. Okay, I don't really like this hammer. Is there anything over here? This has kind of got like an RPG aspect to it. I kind of like that you can explore levels a little bit here. Like this is kind of like, you didn't really have this in Zelda, it was mostly on rails. Like this aspect is cool. Death by Daylight is insanely popular. I don't know what that is. I mean, I've heard of it, but I don't think I know what that actually is.
The Pikmin has grown into a flower Pikmin. It has also grown a bit stronger.
Do I get to become even something more? Probably not. Probably that's the highest. I kind of like playing as the Pikmin only because, like, I mean, you do get stronger Pikmin as Olimar, but I kind of like the RPG aspect. But the real thing is, it'd be better to play this with somebody else. Like, playing this with a bunch of friends would be pretty fun, I feel. Yeah, I never played with Zombie U, but I know people said it was good, or they enjoyed it. I just like, and it was really early. Like the Wii U just gave up on that stuff really early. What does out mean? I just like I have to take a while to reset, I guess. crap. It's not... Oh no, it worked. Okay, cool. I could probably set off those big bombs. Nice. Yeah, in New Super Mario Bros. U, like, say what you want about the New Super Mario Bros. Games, it was one of the worst things Nintendo could have done. Like, their thought was, well, unlike the Wii launch, we're gonna have a Mario launch, and like, it just like, it was the worst thing too, because it was very similar to the first game, so it didn't help the mentality of like the Wii U being its own thing when literally your flagship launch game is, yeah, it's just the same game but like on the Wii U. I mean, here's the thing, Breath of the Wild was gonna have gamepad use, and then it just didn't because the Wii U failed. It would have been better with gamepad use, honestly, but... Well, they dropped it because they didn't want anybody to, they wanted people to buy the Switch, that's why. I mean, we all know that, but... Alright, how much more was in here? Hang on, I don't think I'm gonna keep going. I just want to see how many more levels there were. Did it not say? Okay, so we're at 3. Okay, there's a lot more left. Alright, so I done these ones. I haven't obviously beat them 100%. I did these on my own way back in the day. I did this. Okay, I'll just try this real quick. I'm also, just because I'm doing all of them tonight doesn't mean I'm never going to do this ever again, per se. Like, maybe I could. Like, I still haven't beat them. It's an easy thing to, like, at the end of a night of playing something on the Wii or Wii U, it's easy to be like, let's just do something quick in Nintendo Land, you know what I mean? So, okay, we're going to see how this actually works.
In this attraction, you have to copy dance moves in time with the music.
This isn't going to work because of the desync. Hang on, where's my...
Watch the instructor for the first 1, 2, 3 count. On the next 1, 2, 3 count, try striking the correct poses. Now, practice using the left and right sticks while looking at the game pad. Try moving them up and down, left and right, and all around.
Okay. Isn't that gonna work though? Because hang on. Well, which arm I? This isn't gonna work without hearing the music. Hang on. Okay. It controls the control sticks. You have to move up and down. What do you mean good? That is not good. Hopefully the game audio is not too bad for like the double hearing the game audio.
Characters on the game pad have their backs to you. Folks, look at the TV. Now they're facing toward you. It's a lot easier to mirror the moves when you're watching from behind.
Okay.
You can start by turning around all the time. In this case, moving whichever screen makes it easiest for you to mirror the next move. The key is to watch the answers from behind.
Okay.
Always keep this in mind.
This is interesting, but why is it Game & Watch?
Okay.
Why is it Octopus? Okay, it's much better when I actually can get timed with it.
Now, I hope you're ready to dance.
Maybe. So how is the audio, guys? Is it fine for you guys? Because I have the TV audio on for this. It's the only way I can make it work. That wasn't horrible. Horseshoe and the Burger King, by the way. I got lost there because of... Okay, hang on. You can just, it basically shows you like, like an, let me see if I can describe it. Yeah, no, I think this is fun. It's very simple. So it shows you them from their back most of the time. But then he'll spin you around. Whatever, I don't know. I don't get that one. Yeah, the more fine motions definitely screw you up a bit. So now I'm turned around on the bottom screen. Damn it. I'm not really sure why this is Game & Watch. I guess because of the movement, I guess, is like reminiscent of him, but... Try one more time. But yeah, like the right stick goes up and then you pull out for pulling out. It's like you're controlling it like a puppet, kinda. almost got perfect there. I'm doing it backwards. Ah, my brain is like... my brain is getting turned around there. Hey, new PB. We're gonna try it one more time. I still don't know why they had to have this be the octopus, though, right? Like, I mean... Is it a remix of anything? Like, it's not a remix of anything, is it? Damn it. Oh, I'm gonna fail here. Well, no, it didn't. That's why I don't understand, like... My brain just cannot handle... It's when he turns you around on... I guess I should just look at the top screen, because I'm so used to watching the bottom screen, because they're turned... Their backs facing you, and that's what's screwing me up. Okay, so for the second round, it makes more sense to look at the top screen. The Game & Watch thing there included. Well, I got to round 3, which is what I wanted. Okay, now I'm back on the bottom.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Damn it, I didn't see the down. I didn't see his hands going down. Okay. Well, this is cute. This is definitely cute. I actually like this one, honestly. It's hard. But I do like it, and you kind of have to like look between the screens because like the second one was definitely easier once I looked at the top screen. All right, well let's go do the pachinko thing. But I'm probably done. It's almost midnight. I hope you guys enjoyed this little. I hope you enjoyed Other M and also this little side thing that I did doing Nintendo Land. So I'll probably take Nintendo Land off of my upcoming streams list. But like I might again still play more like of the things that have like Zelda and Metroid and stuff that have things that you can actually beat. I might do more of those just as a like cooldown thing depending on what game I'm playing. If I'm playing it on the Wii U or Wii, it might not be a horrible thing to do. I don't know. But at least at this point, I have now officially played every game in Nintendo Land, which is something I could not say, apparently. I just forgot that I just did not play any of the other games in Nintendo Land, so... I mean, do I? I don't think I can without, like, a player, somebody. Big surprise, guys! Joining me is... No, I have nobody. It's midnight. Who would be in my apartment at midnight? Me. But no, I mean, sure, that'd be cool, but... I mean, not now. That's fair. Well, like I said, Ori and the Blind Forest is going to be... Wednesday, and Telling Lies on Thursday. As far as other upcoming streams, I have a bunch planned on my stream schedule. You have to look. I do plan on doing Final Fantasy IX eventually, coming up here soon. It might be in spring. It might be slow too, because if I do get back to work, it might be a while where my streams get cut down to 1 to 2 a week officially, instead of like potentially 3 a week. And if that happens, it might. If I do a Final Fantasy IX playthrough, it might be a lot of just Final Fantasy IX for a while. So, and I do want to do a Mother Majora's Mask potentially. I'm thinking of doing a replay through of that still, but you know. I mean, it depends on what, with new games coming out, I might do some of these new games. Not a ton. Crash 4 is potential. That might be a birthday stream, I don't know. I also might stream, if I do Crash 4 my birthday, I might start with the Animal Crossing birthday stuff, though. Because that's going to be a Sunday that I'll be doing that. I have a... I can't give definitive, but like, because I don't like, I mean, not that, as far as I know, I have a definitive tentative date. As in, they're thinking April-ish, like in spring, but April could mean anything. The big thing is we have stuff that happens in summer, and as of right now, it seems like they're still going to go ahead with doing the summer stuff. So if that happens, that makes sense that they'd want to reopen for that. So they want to like open a little bit ahead to prepare for the summer stuff that starts at the end of June usually. Now my hope is I can get vaccinated before that actually I go back. But the good news is even if I am not, they do have policies they're going to have in place for masks and stuff. Hopefully people will, like, that's going to be a big thing. But this is why the good news is I'm on night audit. So I mostly won't have to deal with that bullshit because I'm on night audit. I don't have to see people, which is good. I don't want to have to deal with all of that crap, honestly. Like, people fighting me and stuff. And the fact is I won't have to see as many people. The one thing is I have to get reused to doing night audit again, but I'm pretty good at picking stuff back up. Because it's been a year, so... Oh, it's going to be a year coming up here in just a little bit. No, they've been closed the entire time. Like, I think technically they could have stayed open, but, like, they wouldn't have made any money. Because they make money on events and stuff. Like, that's the thing, right? I'm getting... How do I jump? Okay. They make money on events and stuff, and they couldn't do any of those, so it made sense for them to close. I don't know if it was like entirely pure, like, you know, like they were like, we want to protect our employees, and I don't know how much of that is 100% true. But I will say, it honestly worked out for the best for me, honestly, because, you know, I've been lucky. Not everyone else can be lucky in this situation. You know, I've played it safe, and things have just worked out well for me. And anyone that's been working this whole time, my heart goes out to you for, like, how putting up with all the crap and stuff. I'm lucky that I didn't have to, but not everyone was lucky in that regard. And, you know, there's a part of me that feels guilty about that, but, you know, eventually there'll be a time where, you know, I'll be the one that, like, when it comes to something, I'll be the one that has to be doing stuff while other people can just, you know, kind of play it safe. But yeah, it's almost like it literally was my birthday. My birthday is pretty much the anniversary. I took a day off for my birthday, and I was smart too, because they said you can either use your vacation days up, which I had all 4. You get 5, and I had 4 more. Like, you can use your vacation pay up, but you don't get it. Like, if you don't use it and we don't go back, you lose it at the end of the year regardless. But if you use it up, like, you can either use it or not, but you have to decide now. And I decided to do it, and that was a smart move. Because, you know, it's about a year, so. Not to get talking about all of the hectic stuff, but, yeah, I mean, I think things are looking up, at least for me, hopefully. Like I said, I'm blessed. I'm very lucky in terms of things working out for me, honestly. It's worked out very, very well for me, and I feel bad because not everyone could afford that, and like, I don't know what to do, but, you know, like, it's frustrating, because it's like, I don't it's not like I'm like got greedy or took advantage of anyone or anything. It just worked out in my favor for once. And, you know, that's just how things are, I guess. I think it's just random, I think. I don't know if there is a way to decide it, Sakani. Oh, no, yeah, no, Q. It 100% could have been, but, you know. I don't want to get into all of that. So, anyway. Yeah, no, and I know some people who worked in hotels that did, because they didn't have to close down, technically. Ours has a restaurant, too, and they just like, it just made sense for them to stay closed, honestly. But yeah, we've been closed the entire time. No, I'm not going to get my grandma to play Nintendo. She wouldn't know what to... She wouldn't have any idea. But, yeah, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. I wasn't really planning to do Nintendo Land, but I think that was a good way to end it. Well, a little longer than I probably could have, but... I could, but I'm not going to. So, Other M, it's a game. That ending was still weird. Like, I don't think it's... I don't even know what it was trying to say, but mothers. Apparently. Mothers are important. Yeah, ending with a theme park is very good. Well, I hope everyone who watched enjoyed. I had fun tonight. I hope you'll join me for the next stream. Also, I will plug, at the end of March, the last weekend of March, 26th, 27th, and 28th, the Stacked Marathon that OdinSpec is doing is going to be happening. I'll be a part of it. I don't know the full when I'm going to be scheduled. I'll let you guys know as soon as I know. But I will have some stuff I'll be doing for that. So at this point, you could probably figure out what at least one thing I'm doing for sure is. But I don't know if I can officially say because, you know, no one else has. I think it would be fine, but, like, you draw your own conclusions. No. No, Slim said that the other night, and I'm like, I'm not speedrunning Other M. Screw you guys. No. Summer, if you're still here, can you post the, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 commentary? What? Summer, if you're here, can you post the link to the last call for Name That Game Tune Player's Choice? And if you guys are in the Discord, if you haven't, if you could give I posted in the bulletin board a link to the YouTube channel for Stacked Games Marathon. If you could go ahead and follow that or subscribe to that channel, I'd appreciate it, because that's where they're going to post like a lot of the VODs and stuff, but they can't change the URL until they have at least 100 subscriptions. So, and also if you want to follow the Twitter as well for updates on that. But yeah, it's going to be pretty fun. I hope you guys come out for that. It is for charity. It's for, I think it's been officially, I think it's been said. I guess I think he wouldn't mind, but I guess but it's a charity event for charity. I'm sure it has, didn't it? Because there's been contact with us for the people who are running it, but like I don't want to say something I'm not supposed to. But again, I don't know. Like I don't think he'll care too much about being a secret. But either way, it's a charity event. If you're able to donate during that, that would be fantastic. But I also understand if you can't. But even if you can't, just coming out to support and watch would be great. So that's going to be at the end of the month. And I got to be working on Player's Choice tomorrow, getting that all set up because that's coming in the future. We got Ori coming up. Lots of things coming up in the future. And my birthday. So, yeah, make sure to submit to Player's Choice. Player's Choice. Make sure to submit. This is the last call. I will give you, like, even if it's past midnight, if you want to submit a category for Player's Choice, click that link that Summer posted. You have the last call for that. Otherwise, I am going to head out for the night. Thank you guys for watching. I don't think anybody is still streaming, but we will check. Creepy Black Dude is playing Valheim. I have no idea what this game is, but I know he was doing, I don't know if he did it. Like, it just happened that I was doing this night. Otherwise, I would have went to his, but I don't know if he's doing Name That Game Tune, or if he did Name That Game Tune, but, you know, he was doing one tonight, so let's, I don't know how long he'll be going, but let's send some people his way. Let's raid with, I don't know. The M stands for mother. Just sending him support. He's a pretty cool guy from what I've seen, so I understand if you guys don't want to continue watching because it's late, but, you know, let's just go raid him. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good night, folks. See you hopefully Wednesday.